Hey guys, as promised, I wanted to give you my official week 2 wrap up of this positivity project, and I've been taking notes along the way, and I'm excited to fill you in. So, if you remember from my week 1 update, a lot of what I had been kind of struggling with, and I think a lot of people struggle with, is constantly overthinking what's going to happen in the future. And some of the best insight that I got while talking to people about this was from my younger cousin, and she had said to me, it seems like I'm taking a lot of time to give, and not filling up. And I think when you say that, it can mean a lot of things. You're giving your time and attention. It's not just helping people, but also all the things that are kind of draining your energy and emotions, just different things that are consuming your time or your stress levels. So then I was also talking to one of my other friends who said, her kind of thoughts on happiness were about simplicity, and I think it kind of ties into the same concept of not overthinking things and also taking time to kind of fill yourself up. So one of the things, I've been listening to a lot of Joel Osteen talks on YouTube lately, or his sermons, and whether you're religious or not, they can be extremely helpful. It gives you a lot of reassurance that, as much as we try to overthink things about the future, we all know that in one instant, everything can change. And that's not necessarily something bad, but also something good. A new opportunity can come along. Somebody new can walk into our life, or just something that we hear that completely changes our perspective. So, one of the things my dad always says too, and this is actually something that my mom's mom told him when she was dying, and she had said in her life, it always seemed like all the things she'd ever worried about are not the things that really get you in the end. And it's always the things you don't see coming, like in her case, the cancer she had gotten is what really gets you. And it's true, when I think of all the times I've spent so much time and energy worrying about something that was going to happen, that never ended up coming to pass. So it is true. I think in those times, that's kind of, we're in a giving phase, as my cousin was saying, where you're giving your time and attention and energy to things that in the end may not even matter. So, sorry I keep glancing over here. This is my notes for the week. But some of the things I wanted to talk about that I've done in the last week, like I said, I've been searching a lot of the Joel Osteen seminars on YouTube. Again, even if you're not religious, you can very easily substitute the word the universe for any time he references God and still get the same message. A lot of what he talks about are just things that come into our lives, and if we just stay in faith, how things do end up working out. And we're used to making assumptions on a natural level, but we're not taking into account the supernatural aspects of God or the universe, or that can influence our lives in very good ways if we just stay in faith. So I've been doing that. I've been listening to a lot of Tony Robbins. I have his 2 CDs from his Get the Edge program that I've been listening to on the way to work. And I also was listening to the Hay House World Summit. And Hay House is a publishing company, and they have a lot of authors, really good authors that write on spirituality and personal development. So they were having interviews with them all week. And those are really insightful too. So I've probably spent between 20 and 30 hours over the last week listening to this kind of stuff, and it really has been filling me up. As my cousin was talking about, her way to fill herself up is prayer, and I've been doing a lot of that too. I've been trying to set aside some time for some prayer and meditation to really fill myself up instead of just being in giving mode all the time. So one of the things I want to continue with are to continue to listen to things that uplift me. Tony Robbins in the morning on the way to work completely energizes me. I want to keep listening to or re-listening to some of the things, some of the Joel Osteen sermons, the ones especially that have given me the aha moments. And just reinforcing those concepts. I think it tends to be very comforting to, when it reinforces in your thought processes that everything is working out in your favor. There's a book I think I have it with me. Yes, it's called Zen and the Art of Happiness. And there's a page in here that talks about how if everything, here it is, it's talking about staying positive and how, it's not just about thinking that even if something bad happened to me, I'm going to salvage some good out of it. It says, I'm thinking in unlimited terms where every event that befalls you is absolutely the best possible event that could occur. There is no other event imaginable that could benefit you to any greater degree. And so I really want to keep my thought processes along that line. Again, this is called Zen and the Art of Happiness. It's an incredible book. It's relatively short. Chris Prentice is the author. So things like that, and again, continuing to take time every day for meditation and prayer. I know sometimes our busy lives can take over, but that's definitely something I know I need to keep doing to keep me in a good mindset. The other thing I think definitely helps is to give ourselves something to get excited about, which for me is going to the Beachbody Summit this week in Vegas, and I can't wait to be surrounded by a ton of other positive health and fitness coaches and get to meet some of the trainers from the videos. John C. Maxwell is our keynote speaker, so I'm really excited to hear him. On top of that, I'm also thinking about possibly going to one of Tony Robbins' events in July. So I think giving ourselves things like that, stuff for us that we're doing for us to really uplift ourselves is also something that's really been helping. So that's my week 2 update. See you guys soon.